Sporty, luxury, safety. It's rare for a car maker to combine these three characteristics in one great package. But BMW has been doing it for years with their 3 Series range of cars. Since 1975, this premium sports sedan has been the toast of BMW's success. Till now, more than 12 million of these have been bought and enjoyed, but the world doesn't seem to have enough. With the introduction of the all-new 6th generation 3 Series, BMW is confident that millions more will queue up to get their hands on this ultimate driving machine.
If you look in the history of the car, there's no other competitor car which has such a long history. This is now the 6th generation of this car, and we have founded the whole segment of sports, of a really sports sedan. So 6th generation where the car has been continuously developed and continuously the car became better. And I think there's just simply nothing that can be compared to the experience that we had over such a long time. And it's the ultimate sports icon.
BMW has been in the business of making cars for over 8 decades. So it's safe to say that the folks in Munich know a thing or two about making their ambitious claims work. In fact, work wonders. Circa 1970s, the world was just recovering from the shock of the 1973 oil embargo. And BMW faced the task of replacing its aging but iconic 2002 coupe. The company knew that the successor would have to keep the driver-oriented DNA of the 2002 intact. A car that could do everything a little bit better and, at the same time, be a frugal machine. Hence, on May 2nd, 1975, the 3 Series rolled out. Available only as a 2-door model, the 3 Series carried over most of the styling cues of its predecessor, but at the same time had a grown-up appearance and a sporty performance. On the inside, the cockpit was angled towards the driver. This feature remains true to the 3 Series even today.
Also back then already the famous BMW driver orientation was born, because it was the first car which basically built all the switches, everything around the driver, which was angled around the driver, which created the BMW driver experience and the driver orientation from a cockpit point of view. The whole success story of the 3 Series started back then in the 70s with the first introduction of a 3 Series, which made it one of the most successful series for BMW.
The 3 Series range, which was available in 16 colors, was initially powered by a 4-cylinder engine. Later, the company introduced a 6-cylinder, 143 horsepower motor on the 323i, making it the most powerful model of the range. In 1981, the millionth BMW 3 Series rolled off the assembly line after just 6 years of production, making it the most successful BMW of its time. Ever since 1975, every third car that BMW has sold has been a 3 Series. That's because, with every new generation of the car, the Bavarian company intended to build fans and not just customers of the 3 Series. This was quite true of the 2nd generation, which was launched in November 1982. In addition to more powerful engines, more spacious interiors, improved design and better aerodynamics, this 3 Series featured a number of firsts. It offered the first all-wheel drive model, the first engine with 4 valves per cylinder, the first diesel-powered model, and a dedicated economy model.
The 2nd generation, we came up with the famous family orientation of BMW. So that means that we had, besides the sedan, we have introduced a couple of additional derivatives such as the convertible, the coupe, an estate. We also introduced by the famous M3 for the first time. So we expanded the whole family of the 3 Series from a single model into a whole family of 3 Series, which suits to almost different tastes of customers. And I think this was a very important step, which made the 3 Series such an important model for the BMW Group, to extend it into a wider range of additional derivatives. And rightly, we also introduced the first diesel engine in BMW, which was a very, very big step, because so far the belief was that BMW as a sporty, iconic brand can only run with petrol engines, and diesel at this point of time was not considered as a sporty car, as a sporty engine concept. And I think BMW was way ahead of its time, because we knew that diesel technology is getting more and more important in terms of fuel efficiency, in terms of torque, power, and it was a very, very forward-thinking decision to introduce it into a BMW. And I think the simple fact that we sold so many of those cars really proves that diesel and BMW goes along very, very well, and that we were a front runner in making diesel technology being perceived as a sporty, today as a sporty and environmentally friendly engine concept.
Now, there was a BMW for everyone. During its impressive 12-year existence, the second-generation 3 Series sold 2.3 million units, largely on the back of high build quality, growing loyalty, and its powerful engines, which were faster yet more fuel efficient than the previous generation. For the enthusiasts, there was the high-performance sports version called the M3, which arrived in 1985. The M3 was essentially an upgraded 3 Series, which came with a more powerful engine, improved handling, suspension and braking, and a number of aerodynamic body enhancements. With a striking visual appeal, the M3 soon developed a cult following. Although conceived as a road-going car suitable for everyday use, its racing version had many successes in DTM, rally and Australian touring car races, among others.
The M3 today is perceived as the ultimate driving machine. It is an absolutely powerful car. At the same time, it is still a normal series model, and it is not really a racing car. And it helped to increase the whole perception of the 3 Series, the sporty perception of the 3 Series. And what made it a very unique concept is that this car is a naturally aspirated engine. It's not a turbocharged engine concept. So basically, it's the normal engine concept out of the series model, which became much more powerful and a high rev concept for this. And it really boosted the sporty, iconic image of the 3 Series very much.
By the end of 1991, almost 18,000 units of the M3 left the plant, among them 786 convertibles. Coming up, how the BMW 3 Series finally came out of the shadow of the 2002 and became the ultimate performance benchmark of its class.